There, I tried shutting a light out to see if, well, maybe don't get quite as much glare. So I have like 3 of these and 3 of these. So I have the lighter color on each side of the celery and then the 2 black corners. Now, she says to press it open again, but if you think you'd like to press them to one side, the trick is on the light colored ones, press the seam towards the corner black. On the darker colored ones, press the seam in towards the half hexagons. Then they just fit together really nicely. And then we can put the block together like so. So we just alternate the colors as we go around, a light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. So I'm just going to separate it into 2 halves like this. So I'm going to sew this to this and this to this, and then I'll sew these 3 together. And if you were pressing them open, again, that would be fine. If you're going to press to one side, then you want to make sure your seams all spin. So I'm going to sew this one to this one, and you'll see when I flip it over here, these edges, because they're notched, they just fit right in. And here is where the seams need to match, and you'll see I've pressed them, and I had better luck this way, but if you like to press them open, you might have better luck that way. This top seam is going this way, and the bottom seam is going that way. So I'm going to sew those 2 together. And when the edges are all notched, everything just kind of fits very nicely together. And then I'm going to press this seam this way. So all my seams are going to be going counterclockwise. So I'll just press that seam. Like that. So I press this seam this way. Now I'm going to flip this onto here and sew it down here. And I have the blunted end coming up to this end, and so I want it to fit just perfectly there. There, so I've got 1/2. So this seam here, where I joined these, I went this way, so I want this one to go the same way. So I'm just, all of these seams are all going to go counterclockwise. So there's the top half done. And now I'm just going to sew these 3 together. So if I flip this over here, and then these is where the seams will interlock, and then at this end, they're both blunted ends, so they come together. And again, I'll press that counterclockwise. It does, whoops, it does get a little bulky right here, but I think it will be fine. And now I can sew this one onto here. And once again, I want to press those seams all going counterclockwise. And that's got the bottom half done. So I've got the two. Now I can just sew the top to the bottom. So when I flip this over here, all of my seams, so the top ones, these seams are going this way, and in the bottom they're going this way, so they all kind of interlock in the middle and they fit together quite nicely. You certainly could pin. I probably would recommend it, but I can, when I have the seams going in opposite directions, I can almost feel that they're interlocking. Even to use a wee bit of Roxanne's glue or the Acorn Precision Glue would work really good, just to make sure that that point stays where you want it to be. Just check and see how well I did. It's not too bad. So now you could certainly press that seam open, or you can open those few stitches, these here few that are just going out here, and the ones that are going on an angle here. Doesn't want to come out. We'll see if my stitching's maybe not that good. It'll just maybe pull apart. You bet. I just know as it went over there, it was stitching really close. So now I want all of these to go this. So I can press this seam going this way and this seam going this way, and that really stops all the bulk right in the middle. So we have our block done. At this point, I gave it a good shot of best press and gave it a good press. And then you can go ahead and do the alternate block using the rest of your colors. So that's block one. So I thought that we would find another block in the book that uses the same cuts. So I'm not going to follow along in the book according to the chronological order in the book, because she does different cuts. So I thought if I chose something else that used the same shapes, the triangles and the half hexagons, then that would get us going, and then next time we can use a different ruler, a different shape. So I skipped right back to block number 11. It's called Ribbon Candy, and it uses the same shapes. It just uses the half hexagons and the triangles, which we've already cut, and you can put them together. And so it's the same idea. You cut out all the pieces, and then you switch the colors out. I'll take a bit of these. So we use the same pieces. This one's got, the center is the same. This has got the yellow and the green here, whereas this one's got the green half hexagons here with the yellow here. So let's give them a try and see how it works for you. Thank goodness you have the book, because my video skills are really poor. I need a lot of learning to do on the video, but with the book, I think that you will do just fine. So enjoy, have fun.